covering 20 cities in 7 days. 5 election campaigns were fought in one single year. Hitler was intent on destroying democracy by taking advantage of democratic means. Hitler over Germany. This ambiguous slogan was used to advertise the tour. To some it spelt out a threat, to others it meant salvation. One fact became increasingly clear as his campaign progressed. Nothing could stop Hitler now. His vision was unmatched by any other politician. He seemed omnipresent. It was almost uncanny. And this helped promote the idea that he was not so much a politician as some sort of messiah. But it was all engineered with military precision. 1932 was the year of Hitler's most spectacularly successful speeches. It was also the year in which the Nazi Party became the most powerful in the country. What appealed most to people was his promise that everything was going to be different. Time and again, he would tell them that he shared in their problems, that he understood their anxieties. He was one of them. Life had been no kinder to him than to them. And like them, he had turned to politics out of a sense of desperation. He was indefatigable, constantly on the move. Hitler himself spoke of those years of incessant chasing around, chasing after new converts. He would travel anywhere to meet them. Goebbels spoke rather pompously of a world record in personal encounters. Hitler left the people in no doubt about his intentions.
Wir sind intolerant. Ich habe mir ein Ziel gesteckt, nämlich die 30 Parteien aus Deutschland hinauszufegen. Sie verwechseln nicht immer mit einem bürgerlichen oder einem marxistischen Politiker, der heute SPD ist und morgen USPD und übermorgen KPD und dann Syndikalist oder heute Demokrat und morgen Deutsche Volkspartei und dann wieder Wirtschaftspartei. Sie verwechseln uns mit ihresgleichen selbst. Wir haben ein Ziel uns gewählt und verfechten es fanatisch, rücksichtslos bis ins Grab hinein.
That was his aim, to tear down social barriers. All were to free themselves of their conventional ties and be united in a new community of the people. Any man who put his trust in Hitler could count on his protection. The frightened middle classes, the working man, or the unemployed. His energetic platitudes were directed at everybody.
Etwas zunehmen. Regierungen kommen und gehen. Das Volk ist das Bleibende.
The Republican government was powerless to stem the growing tide of chaos. Its supporters kept out of sight, leaving the police to fight the government's battles against the enemies of the state. Stormtroopers under arrest in Berlin. Hitler over Germany. His goal was in sight. His subordinates were waiting at the airfield, Göring and the leader of the stormtroopers, Ernst Röhm. Hitler's audience now numbered hundreds of thousands. People had no idea that the party was in the throes of a major crisis. The National Socialists had been rejected at the last election, the party leadership was divided, and there were financial problems. For Hitler, This was all the more reason to step up his smear campaign.
Sie reden nicht von den Zehntausenden, die Jahr für Jahr den Gashahn aufdrehen, nicht weil es ihnen zu gut geht.
He was still determined to bring about the downfall of the Republic. He left no one in any doubt about that.
Eine solche Bewegung aus nichts geschaffen worden. Sie können uns unterdrücken. Sie können uns meinetwegen töten. Kapitulieren werden wir nicht.
In January 1933, the Republic was finished. Yet all Hitler's energy, all his inflammatory speeches, were not in themselves enough to carry him to power. It took the resignation of his opponents to give him what he wanted.